Picking up on our earlier discussion around customer value management, how does a business differentiate and compete on the basis of value? It starts with a deliberate focus to keep up to date with current affairs. Maintaining market awareness regarding your industry and what your closest competitors are up to. How success in your market is defined are the overall success criteria, and how this is shifting over time. Understanding the objective behind the need for your product or service, and what happens if this is not properly addressed, that is, what the customer stands to lose in the event of their needs not being met or serviced properly. Persuasively showcasing the superior value your customers gain, giving them reasons to always choose you over the competition. That is the value proposition, so that your business becomes the trusted and preferred provider of that particular business offering. Rather than selling the features or attributes, sell the benefits the customer will get from your product or service. Differentiate your business, and sell a market proposition that benefits the customer by delivering value and fulfilling their requirements or expectations. Why is the value proposition important? The value proposition is the reason why you are in business, and it therefore articulates the value your business brings, which is the key message you need to plant in the mind of the customer. You need to be clear about how value will be delivered, experienced, and acquired by your customers, as your business solves their challenges or helps them achieve their objectives. Beyond communicating the value your business brings to the customer, the value proposition also summarizes this promise of value, giving compelling reasons as to why the customer should choose you, thereby differentiating your business from the competition. Breaking this down further, a sound value proposition should include the following components. The first is social, which is confidence in the business relationship that assures customers that their desires are well understood. The second is a human-centered approach that is big on empathy and consideration, which demonstrates that the business cares, beyond pushing sales and making money. These two factors lead to an emotional bond. It's that connection that appeals to the customer, and leads them to appreciate and patronize your business rather than the competition. Next is the technical or functional elements. These are directly linked to the features or attributes of the product or service, and how these facilitate the achievement of a desired outcome, which includes meeting the needs of the customer. The value proposition also delivers intangible benefits. These are elements that are qualitative and cannot be measured, such as peace of mind, health, prestige, joy, and motivation. Ultimately, a value-based approach is a win-win for both the business and the customer. CVM helps to bridge the gap between the customer's expectations and the business ability to meet these demands, satisfying the customer and making them happy. As such, this delivers value for money to the customer. CVM, on the other hand, helps the business succeed by clearly articulating the value its products or service provides to the customer, positively influencing the purchase decisions, resulting in improved conversions and repeat purchases. It improves alignment to the customer's needs, challenges, desires, or expectations by accurately responding to these. Reduces discount levels as focus shifts from price to the value of the business offering. As such, customers' desire for discounts could diminish, as they appreciate the value your business brings. And lastly, CVM creates a competitive edge, as the business differentiates from its competition by selling value rather than features. We have created a simple 5-step process of developing the value proposition that looks at value from different angles. Internally, that is your own business perspective, and externally, through the lens of the customer as well as your competition or the industry at large. This requires you to critically reflect on a number of things. 1. The business offering. 2. Your own value assessment. 3. A self-assessment. 4. A competitive assessment. All these information is consolidated into a conclusion. The business offering. You need to first develop an in-depth understanding of your business, particularly each of your main or core products, services, or solutions. You can proxy with categories for ease of reference to enable you undertake a detailed analysis. For example, if the business is a hair and beauty salon, rather than listing all the hair services, wash, treatments, trims, coloring, perming, etc., these can be bundled into one category called hair care. What are the main products or services that you offer? What are the key features attributable to each? Can you describe these? Secondly, run a customer assessment for each product or service or groups. What are the main goals or expectations of a typical customer? Consolidate all the information you've gathered over time about meeting customer expectations and incorporate your findings from feedback, customer surveys, and interviews, including informal conversations. The third is a self-assessment. Does the product or service achieve these customer expectations? Next, carry out an honest self-assessment, an analysis of your business against your closest competitor. How does the top competitor align with customers' expectations and achieve these? How do they serve customers? If such information is not readily available, do your homework. Do some mystery shopping or commission a market research to help you get these insights. Next is to take action in terms of identifying what to do differently or what to start doing. What do I need to do for the business to exceed customer expectations? What should the business do to either bridge the gap, if your competitor is better, or further outflank the competition, if you're better than your competitor? This critical assessment of the business offering against the potential benefits to your customers and against the competition will help you thoroughly understand your business and the customer needs your business should meet, helping you build compelling reasons and supportive evidence why any customer should do business with you. That is the value proposition of your business. Following this process, summarize the value proposition based on desired improvements, and only use it or make it public once you implement the changes. For this unit, I created 2 hypothetical examples. These are made-up hypotheses. These businesses do not exist. It's just to give you an idea of how to break down the value proposition process into the different steps. The first is an example of an accounting firm. As you read through this, take note of the details you could consider capturing. Like in the first column on business offering, describe what your business does. As earlier mentioned, if you have many products or services, you can bundle them together. The second column is for customer assessment. Here you highlight the key expectations or goals of a customer, and for this accounting firm I listed valid and legal advice, timeliness, proper documentation, and professionalism. The third is a self-assessment. Each business is unique, so I don't know the issues that you're handling in your business. But for this one I assumed that they are struggling to adequately advise clients on tax matters, that their delays and customers have raised that they're also not responsive to requests and they end up not responding to customer emails on time. For the competitive assessment, I tried to make them look not too good in terms of how they rank against the competitors, so the competitors are doing better. The main competitors have account managers and are well staffed. I assume these are the sort of challenges that customers would have or such a firm would need to look into when benchmarking against the competition. In terms of what needs to be done, it's really just picking what your competitor is doing or industry best practice that you could consider adapting, which is what I've done here. So I've talked about staffing levels, communication, and all this information concludes into the value proposition, which also captures audit completion within record time, meaning they'll also need to address the issue of timeliness. They also need to have account managers to improve the overall customer experience and provide some pro bono services in terms of business strategy consulting. In fact, developing a value proposition can help your business test out new ideas on paper, and these can initially start off as pro bono or freebies, which can be scaled up and sold to customers. The next example is similar to the first, but about a different business, a hair and beauty business that is really struggling and trailing the market. I don't need to go through this. I think you get the drift of how you need to work through the different steps. As mentioned, these are hypothetical examples just to guide you on how to do the 5-step process of developing the value proposition. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. Just follow the different steps and consolidate the information into a winning value proposition. With that said, it's time to critically reflect on your business, the changes you need to implement so as to demonstrate and deliver value to your customers. Similar to the customer journey, the value proposition is also a live document that you need to develop iteratively, incorporating feedback and market or competitor insights as you move along. For this activity, you need to develop your value proposition from the course worksheet, which has a blank template you can use. We've included the 2 examples for the accounting firm in the hair and beauty business for your reference. Once you're ready, let's move on to Unit 4, Communication.